Hello, hello, hello. Let me see what's that. Good evening, everybody. Having some technical difficulties here. Oh, wow. What's up, Nick? What business is? I don't know what's going on. If you can hear me, if you can hear me, let me know you can hear me. Um, Yeah, I'm just having, okay, good. You can hear me, but for some odd reason, my camera will not come up. It was all working. Everything was working. Let me see something else. Don't know why. Wow, that's a first. That's a first. It's sitting the camera. It's saying, "Hey, good evening, call. Hey, what's up, Bino, JB, everybody, Susan, Dwight." It's telling me Piano Man is there, but it is blocking my where the camera part is. It has the block sign, the block symbol, and I'm not able to. For some odd reason, I'm not able to see myself. Yes, I did, Dwight. I did. Like, go back. Something else. Hold on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Let's reset here. It is. There it is. Come on back here. Let's go here. Get out of here. All right. And well, here we go. Hello, hello. Let's get the reverb out. Can you hear me now? You can see me, but this mic part is not right. Well, I may just have to do it this way. I'm sorry for this inconvenience. I like perfection, and this is on me. Um, thank you, JB. We can hear and see. Nick Saban Jr., good to see you, man. Good to see you, my friend. Let's see something here. Hey, good evening. Um, I've got all this reverb on, and let's see. I'm trying to turn some sound down because that's nerve wracking to me. And thank you, Dwight, for helping me out. This is crazy. Uh, thank you, Bino. Well, good to see everybody. Nick, good to see you. KT, what's up? What's up? Susan, good to see you. Carla, good to see you. JB, always keeping it up with us and all that good stuff. Let's escape. Let's escape this. We want to, yeah. It's just crazy tonight. But anyway, um, just good to see everybody. Welcome to the long run with Piano Man with all of his ills tonight. But it's been a minute since I've been on. Uh, one of the last things I have to tell you is that since the last time that we've talked, I was having electrical problems. House almost caught on fire, but the Lord spared us. Um, it was the fire was more or less kept within the breaker box, and and that's as far as it went. So it ground out, and so I was unable to be on live like I wanted to. Uh, just and I was able to get back into my house Monday, and then I've been busy with school, work, church, you know, and I have to go to church tonight. But I took my time out before I go. I wanted to spend at least a few minutes with my family, and because to let you know that I appreciate you, and I want you to continue with me, even though I made a mistake tonight, and whatever it was that I did, I, this was not intentional, but I forgot to check it, and when I went through and scheduled it and this and the third, I thought everything was working, but it's obviously it's not. So we we are we're just trying to do the best that we can under the circumstance, under the circumstance. So, but here we are in all our glory and all that good stuff. Now, with that being said, a lot of happening has been going on. And by the way, before I go any further, I have to do this. Hats off to Dr. KT. Hats off. That's that, Dr. KT. And I want to bring her on. Uh, I'm going to have to bring her on to let her tell her story about that. But I am so proud of you, KT, for what you are accomplishing. And even though you've been through some things, but you have stuck to it, and the best is yet to come. The best is yet to come. So, um, thank you, JB. I just believe in perfection and everything. And I thank God for Dwight being who he is and doing what he does and everything. That's my dude there. So making me look good there for a few minutes. But KT, we are so proud of you. We are so proud of you. And the best is yet to come. I'm gonna ride this thing out with you. We riding and we all riding together. The keeping it a buck crew, we keep it a buck. And we gonna ride on with you. We're gonna ride on with you. It is what it is. It is what it is. So, you know, I got JB. I'm not gonna apologize anymore. We ride. So, a couple of announcements, and I want to put it on out there. Um, A Day is fastly approaching, and I'm excited about A Day. But what I'm also excited about is the things that we're going to be discussing after A Day. Once everything is calmed down, once everything is settled down, and we'll talk about speculations. We have a, let me put it this way: I have become this big baseball fan. That little boy in me has been reawakened, and I was telling JP and OG Gill the other night that I am a Mets and an Orioles fan. Now, what I didn't tell them is how that came to be. The reason I became a Mets and an Orioles fan, JB and OG Gill, praying for you, big dog, if you're listening. Um, I was able to go to New York in the summer of '69. And that's when the Mets was real hot. And they had a young Nolan Ryan, a young Tom Seaver, Jerry Grody was the catcher. They had Tommy A.G., Don Clendenin, uh, just countless others. Rusty Staub, uh, Gil Hodges was the manager and everything. And so I know, JB, you don't have to remind me, but the Lord do forgive sin now. You Yankees all day, but the Lord do forgive sin. He'll forgive you for that. But all you Yankee fans, the Lord forgive. Speak him why he can be fine. Um, leave them Yankees alone. But I understand. But that year they played the Orioles. The Orioles had Jim Palmer, Blue Powell, Brooks Robinson, Frank Robinson. And those two became my favorite team. And even though the Mets won, I've always been an Orioles fan. And JB, that's how that came about. I'm a Mets and an Orioles fan. Living in West Virginia at the time, I was right up there by them. And at that time, JB, it was not popular. And please don't take this the wrong way. That's just the way that it was in the time. In that day, it was not popular for African Americans to root for the Yankees. It just was not popular. It wasn't. Big Saban Jr. Red Sox fans here, I got you. Yes, was the man back in the day. And so I'm an old school baseball guy. But with all that being said, JB71 is my baseball guy. KT is my baseball lady. So one of these days, as we inch closer to baseball, I'm going to have JB and KT. We'll talk a little baseball as well. But I hear you, Dwight. I hear you. Not really into baseball, but I want the Red Sox. Red Sox, awesome team. And I will say this much. I love to see the Red Sox and the Yankees go at it. I love it. And JB, you would be not pleased to know that's the one time I go for the Yankees is when they're Red Sox. That's classic, man. That's classic. But JB and KT are some of my baseball residents. I want my crew well-rounded in sports of all calibers, even though we're going to basically be talking Alabama football. But I want us to talk about it all, and we're not going to be afraid of that and ashamed of that. So even though JB is a Yankee fan, I respect you, bro, because you all are champions. Hey, y'all 27 of them. Who can top that? Nobody. But I've already spoken to JB about coming on talking about some baseball sometime, and so we just make it happen. And Nick Harden, I do too, my brother. I put everything into Alabama football, but in the down times, I'm a baseball freak. I'm a baseball freak, brother. I love baseball. So, um, so here real soon, JB, KT gonna come on, and they gonna do their thing in baseball. And I hope you like it. I know I will. I'm gonna enjoy it, and I hope you bring other people with you, other baseball fans. And so, it is what it is. Bino said, I grew up watching the Dodgers. You and my daddy would have gotten along, bro. He was a Dodgers fan. He 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 bled that blue and white. He bled it. So there's OG Gill. So speaking of good to see OG Gill, and speaking of OG Gill, there will be a segment for him and Coach Sean to come on. And there's been some talk about the NIL, the pay for play, the transfer portal. These are your guys right here. And they're going to show us and tell us what to look for and how things are going to change and how the landscape of college football has changed. So I'm blessed as a content creator and new at this. I am blessed to have people around me that are eloquent in speech and they know these things about baseball and the business side of it. And I want you all to be exposed to it as well. So we're going to have a good time. Good to see you, OG Gil. He says, I'm feeling all right. I'm driving right now and just listening. Thank you, OG Gil. I feel better that you're up and about. Man, yeah. At Gil, we have a Red Sox fan in here. Let me tell you something to all the newbies that's on the channel. Welcome to the Long Run with PM member. I want to tell you something now. We are competitive over here. OG Gill and JB let me have about those Mets the other night. It's understanding. It's understanding. But so those are just some upcoming shows that we're gonna have. I want you to be excited. Tell everybody we're gonna have fun. We're gonna have fun. But for the next few minutes, in a conversation with Carla, Carla said to me, we need to go back and revisit the wide receiver room of the Alabama Crimson Tide. That's what we need to do. And hold up, I think I know what's wrong. I think I know what's wrong. Okay. Anyway, I was trying something and it's not going to work. So anyway, we're just going to deal with what we have. Father brought this to my attention that we did not finish our conversation about the wide receiver room. We sort of touched on it and talking with Nick Saban Jr. in our last episode about the whole makeup of the Alabama football team. And we sort of dibbled and dabbled with the wide receiver room. But I want to show you something. So Carla, for you, sis, here we go. I went and looked up the depth chart. I went and looked up the depth chart. Nick Harden, hold that point right there. Hold it. Don't go. Wait a minute. Matter of fact, I'll hold it for you. There we go. You see what Nick said? I'm really excited about Isaiah Horton. I think he's going to be really good. Nick Hart, my friend, my brother, you, sir, have actually tapped into something that the former players of the Miami Hurricanes said the other day about Isaiah Horton. I don't know, Nick, if you heard about it or not, sir, but he they were saying that Alabama has a dog. Bama has a dog in Isaiah Horton. So Nick Harden, bruh, that statement that you made, I believe it's an understatement because according to the depth chart, here we go. And Carla, this is for you. The quarterback, according to the depth chart, is Ty Simpson. We'll talk about that later. And then Austin Mack, and then Keelan Russell bringing up third. But I think, and without going into any detail, I believe that it's going to be a real quarterback battle all the way up until the first ball game. I'm being honest. I'm being honest. I was listening to Coach DeBoer the other day as it related to the quarterbacks, and I know that a lot of people are writing Ty in. But if you go back and listen to an interview that he had the other day, he did not write Ty in. He said Ty could potentially be the starter. Didn't say that he was. He said that he would be potential. So enough of that. Let's get to what we're getting to. Running back on the depth chart, Jam Miller, Richard Young, and there will be others come in. Let's get to the wide receiver room of what Carla was wanting to talk about. And here we go. Jeremy Bernard, Rico Scott. Now here, these are just projections now. These are just projections. Watch this. On one Alabama depth chart, Jeremy Bernard, Rico Scott, and Jalen Mbakwe. I said, ain't no way. Ain't no way. And on the other, they said on the depth chart, Isaiah Horton, Jalen Hale, and Derek Neto. Okay, that's just one side. Then they were saying as far as the slot receivers would go, it'd be Ryan Williams, Cole Adams, and Lozier Brooks. Brooks. Okay. But if you go into this other depth chart, the one that's a little bit more realistic, the starters are projected. Let me go back to the quarterback. The starters projected is going to be Ty Simpson with Austin Mack, Keelan Russell. Running back would be Jam Miller and Richard Young, followed by Draylon Washington, Daniel Hill, Kevin Riley, and A.K. Deer. But Carla, Bino, the wide receiver room, and Bino, I'm going to get to that statement in just a minute, sir. The starting receivers, Nick Harden, you're going to appreciate this. Ryan Williams, Jeremy Bernard, and Isaiah Horton. I'm telling you. Ryan Williams, Jeremy Bernard, Isaiah Horton. And the one thing that Nick said on just in the chat just now, that the other folks that were doing the depth chart was saying, Isaiah Horton is going to be a matchup problem, one-on-one. I'm telling you, we have something to look forward to. The backups now, listen to the backups now. Jalen Hale, Cole Adams, Rico Scott, Bubba Hampton, Derek Meadows, Lozier Brooks. Bama's not hurting at the wide receiver room at all. I'm just saying now. Let's go back to the starters. Ryan Williams, Jeremy Bernard, Isaiah Horton. Those are the projected starters for the Alabama Crimson Tide come next fall. Exactly, Carla. Stack. Our problem is going to be two areas: O-line and quarterback. The projected starter for the tight end room would be Josh Quavis. That's what JB was talking about the other day. Josh Quavis. Yeah, JB, Ryan in the slot. The backups, Hale, Scott, and Brooks. Exactly, Gil Cruz. Exactly. I hope that the Alabama fans realize the potential that the wideouts, really the whole offensive skill set, is the wideouts and running back skill positions. Crazy. But the question mark will still be the O-line. So here we are. At left tackle, Hayden Proctor. At left guard, Gino Vandermark. Center, Parker Brailsford. Right guard, Jaden Roberts. And right tackle, Wilkin Forney. Projected stars. Susan, no. Bach won't start. Bach won't start. No, I'm with JB. Not with over that crew. Mm-mm. That first crew of Ryan Williams, Jerry Bernard, and Isaiah Hort, that's poison. Somebody's defense gonna have problems. Florida State, the big lineman, the linebacker, whoever he is, was talking smack today already. He said his number one job is to destroy Alabama. It goes back to what JB has been saying ever since I've known him. Alabama is everybody's Super Bowl. Being honest. Everybody wants Bama until it's time to play. And I'm going to put it to you on this wise. This year, I think we're going to come with a different element. It's going to be different. Now, in the words of Bino, they will have a package for Bob. Yes. But to start him, not over that crew. JB, I have a feeling that they want. But here's my question mark, and y'all tell me what y'all think. I'm of the firm persuasion that if Hayden Proctor doesn't lose any weight, he needs to be moved to guard and move somebody that's a little slimmer and trimmer and able to react on their feet, to block and protect the pass quarterback, and put Caden Parker on the inside and be that hog in the middle. And when Jam and Richard Young come through, let's take it on up the road. Uncle Jay, good to see you. Uncle Jay, we're doing good, man. We're doing good. But I'm with you, JB. I don't think that the O-line will be the problem this year because they all came back. So that's going to be a plus if we can keep it together. Question after question is still going to be, though, who will be the quarterback? I'm just saying. Who will be the quarterback? This is why I've been saying spring training this year and the spring game is going to be exciting. Let's put all the Milroe talk to bed now. He's in Mobile at Senior Bowl trying to prove his worth to an NFL team. So we can stop talking about Milroe and Tyler Booker and CJ Dupree and Robbie Oops and the rest. We can stop talking about them now. This is a brand new ball game. You're going to have a real life quarterback battle now. Now, I'm going to say this, and I know that the loyalists of Ty will not like my statement, but I'm going to say, don't be surprised if Ty is not the starter. Me personally, I hope he makes it. I hope he makes it. But I'm telling you, this team is going to have a different feel to it. And I believe And Nick Saban Jr. No, no disrespect to you, Nick Saban, but your scheme is almost out the window now. And a few of these guys on offense, today we're just gonna talk about offense. Just a few of these guys are the Saban holdovers. Just being honest. And so the question is going to be, will the Sabanization, if you will the Saban effect, will now we see a divorce scheme? Just being honest. He gets the ball out quick. About Mahomes. Exactly. That's what makes Mahomes difficult to defend. And I believe that that's what's going to happen between Ty, Austin Mack, and Keelan Russell. Their ability to process quicker and get the ball out fast. JB, you sort of make the second person today that has made that statement, sir. Because here's another thing. Alabama is also looking at another quarterback for next year. And they say that this dude is cold-blooded. So they're preparing for life without somebody. So the first thing I want to say is, from the looks of things, to all the DeBoer haters, he's not going anywhere. Just saying. Number two, let me go ahead and put this up here so you can follow the world to see. There it is right there. Remember that statement. Mm-hmm. The offense is going to be loaded. Just saying now. And I know that the Ty Simpson fans don't want to hear that. And in my heart, I don't really want to accept it either. But listen, we got to be realistic. I'm gonna say it again and again and again. If Ty Simpson was so good and couldn't beat out Jalen Hero, something's wrong. Okay, here we go. JB, bruh, I gotta show this, man. Gotta show it. Look, man, we love Ty, but in that room, we have guys that want all the smoke. That's the statement. Everybody, look at him. Just write in the chat. Everybody, we keeping it a book. Keep it a book. Keep it a book. It's time for folks to keep it a book about Alabama Crimson Tide. It's too many guys in there that want the smoke. And we ready to see the smoke. Good old belt the booty. We keeping it a book. It's time. to turn the corner. And like Nick Saban Jr. and I said on the last show, look, Alabama hadn't won a national championship since 2020. And everybody's hollering about this. Nick Saban let them, this Lamborghini. Are you serious? Are you really serious? No, he didn't. No, he didn't. JB says, hey, question. Say Miro got hurt this year. You don't think Matt wouldn't have played? That says all needs to be said. Because I'm going to tell you something, and I'm going to bring you back to, was it the Mercer game? I think it was. Austin Mack came in and ran the offense, I think with the third squad or however that went, and threw a perfect strike to Rico Scott. Perfect. Something Jalen couldn't do. Because that's not his style. Exactly, Nick. Well, that throw in the corner of the end zone. Yeah. But Nick, whatever quarterback puts us in the best position to win is what I want. And that's the same thing that Nick Saban and Kalen DeBoer was saying about Miro, that he put them in the best position to win. But when it came down to basic football from a quarterback perspective, Miro was only big on a long throw. He never perfect the short. And that hindered him. It hindered him. So now that we have a brand new quarterback, or we're going to have one, I believe that we're going to see a different side of Alabama football this year. Now, which leads me to what Bino was talking about. Enter Ryan Grove. And the last thing I said about Miro is what Nick Saban Jr. said. Miro kept the team together, and he did. And he did. Bama and me, what's up? Welcome. Welcome to Piano Man with the long run. And with the Keeping It a Buck crew. There's no me without them. We're family. So we keep it a buck over here, Bama and me. Good to see you. Now, which leads me to what Bino said. The Ryan Grubb talk. I don't know. I don't know. But I'm finna tell you something. If he comes, somebody's in trouble. If Ryan Grubb comes, somebody's in trouble. I'm going to say something else. Coach DeBoer was asked about Ryan Grubb a couple of days ago. And Coach DeBoer said, I'm with him as he works out his process. That's what he said. I'm going to say it one more time. He said, as Ryan works out his process, I'm standing with him. JB, I got to show this. Here we go. Y'all see what the man said. For Ty's sake, he better hope Ryan don't come. JB, hats off to you, bro. I couldn't have framed it any better. For Ty's sake, he might want to hope Grub stays where he is. Just saying. Because if it's the boy and Grub at the helm, you won't see Ty. And I'm finna tell you now. And when I say you won't see Ty, I mean you won't see him. Because here's the other thing. Elon Russell fits the scheme too. Yes. Yes, Nick Hard. He sure did. Hmm. Because let me put Nick's up there. Let me put Nick up there. Y'all read what the man asked? And the answer is yes. And if I may throw this out there, Austin Mack was the backup to Penix. Mm-hmm. I'll leave that up there, man. And I'm not trying to rub anybody's nose in nothing. All I'm trying to do is to make you aware of the possibilities. Mm-hmm. And if you really want to know and if you really want to know what's going on, you may want to go and look up how many players from Washington have hit the transfer portal. Piano Man wouldn't be saying that if something wasn't to it. Uncle Jay, you're going on the big screen. Y'all see what Uncle Jay said? All of this was calculated. Calculated. Parker Brailsford didn't come just by accident. Okay. Yeah. I thought Mac was the backup. Who was the backup to Penix? Bama. Bama and me. Because I remember Mac playing some. And by the way, Bam and me. What was the running back's name? The 1,000 yard running back. I don't have any of my information with me, but Washington had a 1,000 yard running back that year. The last year that Coach DeBoer was there. What was that guy's name? Mac reclassified in Washington. Came when he was a freshman. He should have been a senior high school. He didn't reclassify for no reason. Kid can ball. Exactly. But I'm asking Bam and me, does he remember or does anybody remember the running back from Washington who had over 1,000 yards rushing the last year of Coach DeBoer's tenure at Washington? I cannot remember his name. I'm bringing that up for a reason too. I'm bringing it up for a reason. If you want a championship team, you've got to run the football. Okay. Dylan Moore, backup. Did Dylan Moore start this year at Washington family? I know you straight Bama, but did he pick up the start this year or did he go elsewhere? I'm just saying. But how the hell Mac is here for a reason? What this chat? What you mean, Bama and me? 'Cause I'm asking you a fair, I'm just asking some fair questions. But I do remember Austin Mac playing. There's no denying it. But all I'm saying is Austin Mack is not at Alabama by accident. And other sports content creators who are real Alabama haters have written that young man off. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. He's there for a reason. But I brought up the running back for a reason. No, Dylan Johnson. I think so too. That dude was cold blood. And people were saying about this is the SEC, this is not the Pac-12, and this, that, and the third. Uh, we understand that, and they were doubting Coach DeBoer and his system, his team, and this, that, and the third. But I'm telling you, you cannot underestimate what the man and his crew at Washington did his last year that was there. Proof is in the pudding. They beat everybody. He beat Dan Lanning twice. And the crazy thing about that is Oregon at the last game in that championship game of the Pac-12, I think that's what it was, of that Pac-12 game, the championship game, Oregon was favored to win that game. They were. And Washington found ways to beat Oregon. Mm-hmm. Facts. What Uncle Jay just said. Facts. Coupled with the fact that Nick Saban left too. And JD is right too. And they had Bo Nix. And at that time, Bo Nix was one of the highest quarterbacks in the nation. And Washington beat him twice. Just saying. I'm just saying. So for people to think that Ty is just gonna waltz on in there, you better think again. And that's not to mention, I know people may have problems and issues with Keelan Russell and his exuberance and everything, but he ain't coming to sit either. He's young. He's He's taking it all in, but he's gonna have to learn how to kind of bring it down a little. But he'll be taught. But you got to earn your spot. I'm with JB on that. And Ty hasn't earned it. It's people trying to give it to Ty just because he said he waited his turn. That don't mean nothing. That means nothing. Okay, I got you, OG. That means nothing. I just believe Austin Mack is there for a specific reason. And JB, thank you for saying that. I'll put it up there. There it is right there. He's not Mac Jones. I want to say something so bad, but I think I'm gonna leave that alone. But I'm just saying that with just dealing with the offense as it is, I know that you know the projected starter and the quote unquote the fan favorite is going to be Ty Simpson. But all I'm saying is don't be surprised if Ty is not the starter. With Uncle Jay, could be. That's why I said that this A Day is going to be very important. hmm This A Day is going to be important. It's going to be very important and exciting at the same time because we will see three quarterbacks battle it out. And there's going to come a whole lot of talk from a whole lot of folks who say they got these inside scoops and this person said this and this person said that. Listen, nobody's in the locker room. And I also think that this upcoming year, I believe they're about to go back to some limited access to players. I about see that coming. hmm JB, like Carlos said, a certain fraction of the fan base anointed Ty Simpson as the next quarterback. Matter of fact, they've been calling for Ty for 2 years. Carter popping up for me, and I don't even eat popcorn, but I come and sit down and eat with you. Because if he's not, woo, let the drama begin. But sooner or later, those fans that are staunch Ty Simpson fans, they'll catch on. And then some folks are like some people that we know, no matter what you do, you'll never please. They'll always find something wrong with what you do simply because it's you. There are some people, there are some Alabama fans that Coach Kalen DeBoer will never please simply because it's him. He don't dress like Saban. He don't cuss folks out. He don't fuss people out. He don't do this like Saban and blah, 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 blah. Now let me leave that alone. I'm about to say something crazy, right? Let's keep the show flowing. But just saying now, so with the projected starter again is Ty Simpson. Until I'm proven wrong, I don't think that's gonna happen. RB1 will be Jam Miller. Uh, with the backup will be Richard Young and a whole host of other running backs that can do it just as good as he can. Me too, Nick. I'm all for KD. I'm all for KD. But I'm going to this wide receiver room, Carlin. Those starters, Ryan Williams, Jeremy Bernard, Isaiah Horton, with Josh Cuevas as tight end. Somebody in trouble. Somebody's in trouble. Uncle Jay says, it's my opinion. I believe it's going to come down to Matt and Russ. Probably so, but Matt has the advantage over. He knows the system of how he wants it to go, of how coach wants it to go. Adding a wrinkle here and there, but now I'm going to say this, but there will be some packages for Russell, just like there will be some receiving packages for Bob. Mm-hmm. And with hold up, wait a minute, JB. I gotta show this. Gotta show this. JB said KD got so much heat with Nick players. Just keep it in the book now. This year, now we can judge KD. There it is. This year, and next year will even be more because basically all of Saban's players will be gone. Uncle Jay says, I've been watching Russell's film. He's a dog. Yes, he is. Carlos says, I think the board tried not to play the heavy this past season, but this season he does not have that luxury. The team has to come out of the gate solid, precise. They got to come on out solid. Can't play no game. Stand on business. And in the words of us, they've got to keep it a buck amongst themselves. No shucking and jive. Got to come with it. Mm-hmm. They got to come with it. Got to come with it. From day one, go to Florida State at Doak Walker Stadium and take the crowd out the game early. Let them continue that losing streak that they've been on. The defense going to go out there and play lights out too. But tonight we just focused on the offense. I'm just saying. So with that being said, I'm going back over this wide receiver room one more time before I get out of here. Ryan Williams, Jeremy Bernard, Isaiah Horton. But let me say something before I go. Let me go back to Ryan Williams and Jeremy Bernard. I remember so very vividly, so I call him. I remember so very vividly in that last game against Michigan, how both Ryan Williams and Jeremy Bernard, both of them were very upset during that game. And we all know that a lot of that came because of two reasons: inadequate quarterback play and inadequate O-line play as well. If Alabama is to utilize those three players of Horton, Williams, and Bernard, if Alabama is to be successful on offense this year with those projected starters, and it won't matter who's the quarterback. I like what Nick Harden said. Whatever quarterback gives the team the best potential to win, that's what it's going to be. But I'm telling you now, if the O-line doesn't protect the quarterback, if the O-line doesn't create running space for the running backs, Bama is going to be right back at square one. I'm just keeping it a book right there. Those are the two areas Piano Man worries about the most: quarterback, O-line. I hadn't gotten off into the defense because that's going to be crazy bananas. But the offense is going to be the focal point. And you're right, Susan. Both Jeremy Bernard and Ryan Williams overthrown in that bowl game and underthrown as well. Over and underthrown. And sometimes not thrown to it all. And in the words of my sister, it just thrown off. Saying. So the good side of this, we got a lot to look forward to. But until we keep it real and address those issues, and those issues must be addressed right now. Can't wait till August and July and all that good stuff to address that O-line and quarterback issue. Those issues have to be addressed right now. Because if not, we'll be losing to Vanderbilt again. Only difference is we'll be losing to them at Saban Field. We'll lose to Tennessee again. We'll lose to Oklahoma again. Then go to another bowl and lose it again. If the issues are not fixed, I don't know no other way to keep, that's my best way of keeping it a book. Gotta address the issues. And once we address the issues, Don't be afraid. And to all my friends, and don't get mad when your favorite player gets fussed out because he's not playing up the part. It happens to everybody, but it shouldn't be happening all season long. Just saying. So with Dino, with everything that's been said, AJ will bring a lot of things into focus. Exactly. Bring a lot of things into focus. Just saying. So I'm excited about our offense this year, especially that wide receiver room. They only played 3 games. Some people say the dumbest stuff. Mm-hmm. So I'm just saying, I'm excited. I really am. But I'm also realistic. I'm not fanning out so much that I'm looking at this through rose-colored glasses because that's what's been wrong. Mm-mm. Better get it together, make it happen. Because we got all those cats, and we hadn't even talked about LT Overton and Russo and all those guys. We hadn't even talked about Deontay Lawson and Justin Jefferson and that group, Bray Hubbard and that group. I'm gonna go on record and say this: I'm really not even worried about the defense. Really, I'm not. I'm more worried about the offense. And then before I go, I said that 10 minutes ago, but here we go. But I'm also worried about our mental capacity, mistakes, penalties, needless penalties, dumb stuff. Is that going to be cleared up? There were a lot of things that was out that was Alabama's downfall last year. A lot of things. So we can't have 3 years in a row of the same thing. Because trust me, there were some things that we began to see under Coach Saban. And over time, it progressively got worse. Now, somebody show me where I lied. It got worse. Mental errors. Some of those games, being able to run the football and keeping a game close until we could get back in there and take the lead and then go on about our business. Just saying. So we've got a lot to think about. So I'm being serious now because Alabama football means the world to me. Been a fan all my life. And when the tide is not functioning right, I don't function right. Because that's all I talk about is Alabama Crimson Tide. And people hate to see me come. Whether I'm at work, whether I'm at church, whether I'm at school, it doesn't matter. Because I'm going to be repping Alabama like the day I'm repping my school where I teach and everything. But I'm always repping that scripted A. And some of my coworkers can't stand it. Because I have some Mississippi State fans, a bunch of LSU fans, a couple of students like Georgia. See, so the school that I work at is basically an SEC loving school. And so when Alabama lost to Vanderbilt, oh, I called it. When Alabama lost to Oklahoma, I called it. When we lost to Tennessee, I called it. And when we lost to Michigan and got back to school, they looked at me and started laughing. I won't go through that this year. Mm-mm. So I end with everything what Pino just said. And what he said. With everything that's been said, a day will bring a lot of things into focus. That's why I'm asking us all to support. Let's support. Let's support. Well, man, got to get out of here. Got still here at church and everything, but I just wanted to get on for a minute. I thank everybody for coming. Carla, JB, crew, Nick Harden, Nick Saban Jr., even Bama and me, even though I know who you were. Thank you for coming. You know. So to Bama and me, we're not perfect over here. We make mistakes. And we give each other room to make. But you don't have to impersonate though, bro. Be yourself. Nick Harden, thank you for coming, man. We're going to do this again real soon. We're going to do this again real soon. Thank you, Gilbert. OG Gil, my brother. We've been praying for you, man. You and Uncle Jay. We've been praying for you. Praying mightily for you that you be strengthened, man. I like to see my people up and functioning. Thanks, Nick. Thanks. Come on back, man. Like, hey, and tell your friends to come by too. Man, we just be kicking it over here, talking about what we love, and that's Alabama football. But the one thing about it, though, we keep it a book. We don't take no bull crap off the seat, especially fake folks. And I'm just going to leave that right there. I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time for that. So, with that being said, let me read that one more time, man. I got to do that one more time. Hold up, man. Wait a minute. Where did I put it? Hold up, man. Yeah, there you go. Got all of this for you one more time, dear. Ryan Williams, Jerm Bernard, and Isaiah Horton. With Josh Clavers as the tight end. That's a scary thought. With the backups, Jalen Hale, Cole Adams, Rico Scott, Bubba Hampton, Derek Meadows, and Lothier Brooks. Carl, I hope you were satisfied tonight, because that's all we dealt with was the wide receiver room and what it could potentially look like. And the crazy thing about this wide receiver room is if any of these starters come off the field and all these guys stay, there won't be a letdown. It shouldn't be. So in the words of Carla, I will leave with this. And the word is stack. Stack. Got that right. Stack. So, with that being said, thank you for coming again. I could talk about this wide receiver room till the cows come home, but like I said, until the issues of the O line and the quarterback are addressed, all we're going to have is just a stacked wide receiver room and a vaunted defense. But if those two things, those two issues of the O line and quarterback get straightened out, I will be wearing this hat with so much pride. And I'll be walking around with my chest out saying, roll tide. That's it. So again, on behalf of Piano Man, to keep it in a buck crew, to everybody, I want everybody to have a nice night. Be safe. Love everybody. And remember this, it costs $0 and 0 cents to be kind. Be kind to each other. Okay? You're welcome, Carla. I enjoy what I do and hope to have it better on the next time. And as I close all the time with this, I may not see you today, and I may not see you tomorrow. But check this out. But I'll see you in the long run. Be safe, everybody. Good night. Roll time.